What's up, family? I'm Juan Castillo, and when I'm on social media, my favorite show to watch is the Don't Shoot the Messenger weekly podcast. Chris G, Professional Sutton, Rucker Report delivers sports the way it's supposed to be, real and authentic. So get ready to be entertained. My boys are ready. I'm ready. Let's go.
Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. I'm your boy, Professional Sutton.
And I'm your boy, Chris G.
And it's your boy, the Rucker Report, a.k.a. Jerry.
Ready? This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game.
Inch by inch, play by play, till we're finished.
This is Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast.
X about me, X about me.
With Professional Sutton.
You already know.
Chris G.
My homie.
And the Rucker Report.
My family, what up?
They for real.
All straight with no chaser.
Let the games begin.
Let's go. Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast.
Yeah. Okay, let's move this here. Do my thing. Sorry, I had to run upstairs. Yeah. Welcome to another edition of Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. I'm your boy, Professional Sutton.
And I'm your boy, Chris G.
And it's your boy, the Rucker Report, Jersey.
Hey, man. First and foremost, want to say what's up, my brothers, man. Got to do that. Second of all, want to thank our sponsor, 94.3 WYBC.
The rhythm of the city.
Who I had to run upstairs. So we was talking about these games, man. And these games was crazy. Okay? These games was crazy this weekend. I don't know if y'all can see my screen, but shit. I tell you what, man. I'm gonna tell you how crazy this game was.
I see you repping hard this evening.
Let me tell you what, Chris. Are you still looking at the
repping
screen?
hard this evening.
Are you still looking at the screen?
Yeah, I see it.
Your boy had to start smoking. Your boy got to get a cigarette.
You looking like Nick Wright walking around his neighborhood smoking Black and Miles after the Chiefs won.
Man, listen, your boy got to get a cigarette because that's how crazy the game was, man. You know what I'm saying? This shit was crazy. I had to start smoking cigarettes because I couldn't take it. Couldn't take it, man. You know, people asking why you start smoking cigarettes. I said, well, you ain't in 49er fan, you ain't smoking cigarettes, man. So picked up a habit over the weekend. I know it's bad, but
the stress is real. But listen, man, we need to start off right where we need to start off. You know where we got to start off, and we might as well start the party there, man, and move on down because we need to touch all four of these gyms because that's what it was. Four gyms that we got to watch this football weekend.
You know, I gotta agree with you, man. Gotta agree with you. Hey, love, what's up? I bet you didn't even know that I started smoking. That's how Jimmy G make you feel. Even though Chris say differently, but
no. Jimmy G had people stressed on Sunday. I mean on Saturday. I'll tell you that.
All the time, man.
He definitely had people stressed. I'm still gonna die on that. He ain't Trent Dilfer, Brad Johnson. I'm gonna die on that hill. But he definitely had you stressed.
Keep playing like this, he might be. Anyway, yeah, let's start at the Titans and the Bengals game. Listen, 10 sacks, right?
Something like that, 9 or 10.
It was, as I'm watching the game, I'm like, there's no way that the Bengals are going to be able to overcome this. Like, the Titans are going to turn this on because we've seen the Titans do this so many times. Start off slow, but the defense helped them in there, picked them up. And then you see the debacle. Again, watching the game as not a Titans fan or Bengals fan, but you're watching the ending kick and was like, wow, this was crazy. This was really crazy. Now, for Derrick Henry, he came back. Do I think that he was kind of, baby
compromised? He was compromised.
I mean,
he was compromised. He had a metal plate or something in his foot, so he was 100% compromised. There was no way he was 100%.
He had
But,
a plate in his foot and 5 screws.
yeah, he was compromised for sure.
Yeah, that was
But
crazy.
that ain't why they lost though. That ain't
No,
why they lost. Don't put this on. He was
no.
compromised.
I'm
and,
not.
all right.
I'm not. I just, just in context, right? Because we've seen so many times the Tennessee Titans just find a way. They just find a way to just win. And you're watching this game, and you're like, Chris is somewhere smiling.
Oh,
Chris is
no.
somewhere cheating.
I wasn't somewhere smiling. I was at my brother's house, kids running around, smiling. Okay.
Now,
Damn right.
this is
as I'm telling him, all I want for Christmas is Ryan Tannehill to show his ass.
and he showed it, didn't he? He showed it, didn't
he? He sure did.
You know what? So all throughout the week, people was like, "This is the most disrespected number 1 seed ever, ever." Well, you see why they are the most disrespected. Look at Ryan nephew. You talk about how about them? Neff, shut up. Neff, shut up. Got your uncle smoking out here. He talking cheese, man.
We gonna get to the cheese.
Yeah, but again, watching Ryan Tannehill, you say this is why they are the most disrespected number 1 seed of all time. This is why. What was he able to do to better them? Nothing at all. Nothing at all. But people want to act like Ryan Tannehill is a really good quarterback. We need to stop disrespecting him, what he's been doing. No, he's been having a good defense and good running game. So stop it. But Chris, I'll let you please go ahead, Chris, because I know that this is your time to shine and talk about Ryan Tannehill, because you've been talking about him for years, and people just been acting like you haven't been saying this forever. I mean, come on now. Come on.
I mean, listen, there's a bunch that I'm going to say, but there's one thing I have to say. Don't tell me I don't serve an on-time guy.
Won't he do
it? Let me tell you something. I've been telling everybody for years, Ryan Tannehill, I seen what he was in Miami, man.
Mm-hmm.
I seen it then, and I seen the Titans get bamboozled and fooled because Marcus Mariota was playing so bad, that anything was going to look better than Marcus Mariota. And I'm going to keep it real here, all right? I'm going to put my disdain for Ryan Tannehill on the side.
Okay.
He is an above replacement quarterback. I will give him that.
Okay.
I will give him that. He's just barely above replacement. I love to talk about the Matt Ryan line. Okay? He, to me, is right on the Matt Ryan line. He's right on it. So he is a little bit above replacement. But he has a lot of shortcomings. And they get camouflaged and masked up by that Titans defense that is stingy and Derrick Henry, who can literally by himself control the game.
This is crazy.
When you sack 8 and 9 in the box to stop Derrick Henry, and then you got A.J. Brown and Julio Jones on the outside, probably the biggest wide receiver tandem in the league. Them some big brothers over there. Pause. You automatically, you got easy throws that you can make, easy pitching catches that you can do. They're not asking him to be a roster. I mean, let us not forget. I can't remember what game it was, like 2 years ago when they beat the Patriots. I don't remember which game after they beat the Patriots, but if I'm not mistaken, he won the game completing like 6 passes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's it. That's Matt Ryan. Just like and I don't want to throw no shade to this young man, but it's when I watched Mac Jones go up to Buffalo, and even though they won that game, I saw them throw the ball 3 times. I said, "Yo, he ain't it." Listen, he might be good. He might be better than average, but let me tell you something. As much as I don't think Josh Allen is a top 5 quarterback, and I might have to reevaluate and reassess that after the performance he put on against the Kansas City Chiefs, they were still slinging that rock with Josh Allen because they have faith and belief in that man.
There we go.
Listen, I don't care what the weather is. I don't care what the score is. You're our guy. We're not gonna game plan nothing. You the man. You the franchise. We're gonna put the ball in your hands and make something happen. Mac Jones can't do it. Ryan Tannehill can't do it. Now Mac Jones maybe in time might be able to do it, but the verdict is out on Ryan Tannehill. He can't do it. Won't do it. I said it last week in the words of Nick Saban. I ain't gonna answer, so stop asking. Okay, and that's what I think of y'all boy Ryan Tannehill. Let me tell you something. God is good. Okay, and the joy I got from watching Joey franchise beat Ryan Tannehill in Tennessee as the #1 seed. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted, and I got it. I'm happy and satisfied that I did too.
Ruck, what was your thoughts on this, man? You know, watching that game. And I'm sure you was probably calling that game, but step by step.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
The one thing that I will say that my brother Chris, was educating me on the game. He kind of agrees with me. The Cincinnati Bengals been real since Marvin Lewis was there. Let me just say that now. The Cincinnati Bengals been real since Marvin Lewis was there. And here's why I'm not joking. They battled through an injury-riddled Carson Palmer career with a top-flight offense. Ocho, TJ, God rest his soul, Chris Henry. Right? They suffered through Andy Dalton. Right? With AJ Green. With the likes of, Joe Mixon, Giovanni Bernard, Tyler Eifert was there. They've had some weapons. They've also had a solid AFC North defense. Years. Right? So now you roll into a new situation with some of those same pieces, and now you get a quarterback that is confident enough in himself to dare be unflappable. What you think you was going to get? When he was able to add a piece like Jamar Chase and go back the year before to where they added T. Higgins from a national championship team in Clemson, right? To go back to where they're able to add Taj Boyd, to where they're able to add another pass-catching, receiving tight end when Eifert went down, to rebuild the defense after Carlos Dunlap leaves and put other studs on that defense. And not to mention a back end that touts a really good safety tandem. What did you think the Cincinnati Bengals were going to do in Tennessee against Ryan Tannehill? And just side note, because Chris, I want this too. Right now, I want to say on air, I'm looking for all smoke with Randall Burns. Because right now, we are going to call out this non-Green Bay Packer fan that he is. That bases his loyalty to the franchise off his WWE selections.
Wow.
This ain't who the new Intercontinental Champion is.
Oh, New York.
But I'm going to wait till we get there, though. Because I know Quet and his instigating ass is going to put him on, so let's do it.
Let me see. Yeah, because he said, are you taking call? What's your email? I got to get the email from my Facebook. I don't know my Facebook password. He probably Skypes it off me. But, you know what I mean? Like, definitely want to hear that. Definitely want to hear that. All right, let me send my man, let me send him an email. Right, go ahead, finish, man. Go ahead, finish what you were saying, brother.
No, I mean, I think, again, and I'll still quote that Burrow said after the game, He's tired of hearing that they're the underdog. And the Cincinnati Bengals deserve some respect. Because I tell you this, if it's one thing that they don't lack, is confidence. And I will say this ahead of next weekend's game. If you think that they're going to Kansas City thinking that they can't win, you a fool.
Oh, don't believe that. They think they can get that game. They think they can get that game.
They can go to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
They believe that they can do this.
Yep.
And the pieces that they got, we might be in for another, Winterland Classic like we had last weekend.
And let me tell you something. They got just as much faith in Joe Burrow as the Bills got in Josh Allen. I'm going to tell you that right now. Whether he produces it or not, we'll see. But I know Joe Burrow is coming out swinging.
Oh, yeah. Joe Burrow has nothing to lose. Like when you look at, what they, was the whole scope of it, they have nothing to lose in everything in the game. Like, they are still a young team. Like, they can make mistakes that a lot of teams cannot make because
they're not supposed to be here.
Young. Because exactly. But also,
they don't believe that though. They believe they're exactly where they're supposed to be.
That's true.
So I'm looking through their schedule, right? So let me just say this: the losses that they sustained were not that bad. Or it was like, okay, we know what we need to tweak. They beat the Vikings, lost to a close Chicago Bears, beat the Steelers, beat the Jaguars, lost to the Packers by 3 points, beat the Lions, smoked the Ravens, lost to the Jets again, one of them catch me games by 3 points, lost to the Browns pretty bad. I think that was it. Beat the Raiders, Steelers, the Chargers. That was one that was, again, one of those games. Lost to the Niners by only 3 points. Beat Denver. Beat the Ravens. They beat the Chiefs. Let's not forget that.
Let's not forget that. They did beat the Chiefs this year.
They beat the
Chiefs.
That's
when the Chiefs were struggling, though.
Wait, no. Hold on. Let's go back to that. That was not a Chiefs team that was struggling. And the Chiefs jumped out on them. I think they were up like 23 points.
And let's not forget, this was just January the 2nd.
Oh, excuse me. I'm thinking they played earlier in the season. I didn't know that was week 17.
No.
Oh, Lord.
That was to end the season, and Kansas City was playing all their starters.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
Oh, that's different. Oh, that's real different. Oh, they coming in with a different kind of confidence. Now the Bills beat the Chiefs too. Yeah. And we've seen what that amounted to. But at the same time, a young team that goes, hey, man, we beat these guys, they're going to be playing with a lot of confidence out there.
But also, let's not forget, like Ruck said, that receiving core of the Bengals, okay? Yes, you might shut down Chase, but you got to count for 3 other guys, though. You got to count for Mixon coming out the backfield. They have the weapons to match up against the Chiefs defense. Now, no knock on the Chiefs defense, but I'm telling you, the Bengals are going to take their shots, just like the Bills did. And I want to say this also, because I played with them on Madden, and, I helped the Bengals get to the Super Bowl. The Bengals defense and their secondary, them boys come to play. I think one of those guys are from the Ohio State University in Eli Apple.
Eli Apple is from Ohio State University. Shout out to his uncle Michael Blackson.
Yes, sir.
And listen, their secondary is all right to me. It's all right.
Oh yeah, okay.
But we saw what Patrick Mahomes just did to the number 1 secondary. So I don't know how much their secondary is gonna help them, but I can tell you this: I know they're gonna be game. I know they ain't scared of Patrick Mahomes.
No.
Okay, I know that. I know they ain't scared, and I know they're gonna take chances because they know they need to take chances to win this game. So I know they're gonna be playing with a lot of confidence either way.
Now but then also again, I don't want to get beside myself. This is the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. I don't want to get beside myself because I know that the Chiefs are looking at this like, yo, they beat us. Yo, they beat yo. So they got a chip on their shoulder too. But like you said, don't think that the Bengals coming out here and saying, "Oh, we just happy to be here." No, the Bengals feel that they have a shot just as much as the Chiefs have a shot, regardless of what you say. Because any given Sunday, it can happen. Let's not forget what happened in the Super Bowl against the Buccaneers. I mean, no one saw that blowout coming. Nobody. No one. Speaking of blowout, we're about to have us a full-fledged blowout right here because I'm going to add Randall Burns, who needs to turn his green screen effect off.
Oh,
yes.
Well,
you got to turn
listen,
your
it's
effect.
perfect because we need to go in chronological order. So we moving right to that
And
Green Bay
he
San
need to take the
Francisco
hat
game.
off too. He need to take the hat off too.
What's that? Nail polish in the back? What's that in the
Let me
back?
tell you, I need Randall and Ruck to talk their shit. That's
Yes.
I'm quiet. I need to hear what y'all got to say. I want to hear these Packers fans go at it.
Hold on. Let me take this off. Randall, you got to put your camera down a little bit. Oh shit. Hold on, wait, hold up. Randall, we can't hear you.
It's because we don't need to.
Chris, let me know if you can hear this.
I can hear it.
You could?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to
Oh, we got Kodak Blackers in the building. We got the Super Gremlin in the building.
Let me see. In the words of Chris, hardcore New York.
Oh, okay. I'm good.
Change Ruck name to Super Gremlin right now.
Let me see.
Right now.
I got you. You see. Oh shit.
Bang, bang.
Randall, it's good to see you, man. Good to see you, brother.
I just want you to be aware of the hat that I'm wearing, the hoodie I got on. I'm a fan of an organization, not players. Players come and go. Organization can be around forever, right? I am a fan of the Chicago Bulls to this day. I saw a man will his team to greatness 6 times. He didn't care who was on the floor. He didn't tell, go get me somebody else. He didn't go do Jeopardy in the offseason. He wasn't going to Hawaii. He wasn't going on a podcast 2 times a week when he should have been studying the playbook. He said, you roll the goddamn ball on the floor and you give me 5 bums and we're going to win.
Bruh.
Tom Brady. So that's your favorite quarterback, right?
Yes, it is. That's the GOAT, man.
He is the GOAT. You are 100% right. 2 years ago, I would have said, no, you know what? He got people living in the house with him. He telling people, you got to meet me at a high school field. He making people get fake vaccinations card to get themselves on the field. Meanwhile, this little Hollywood playboy growing his hair on in Hawaii won't show up to OTAs. We got the nerve to tell management, get me some help. So I'm going to pretend to be Brian Gutekunst. Hey, you want to come play with Rodgers? Well, last time I seen on ESPN, he said he might not even be there. You right. How can I convince you to come play with Rodgers? The man don't want to be here. 11-10 in the playoffs. And you want to blame everybody else? You walking around looking flabby as all hell. You looking like me. You ain't added nothing new to your repertoire. You got Tom Brady out talking about, I had to change my stance in the shotgun so I could be more athletic. You got, this man don't eat cheese no more. But you want to be at the Kentucky Derby. You want to not set your feet. It's everybody else's fault. I'm here to tell you it's Aaron Rodgers' fault. And Stephen A. Smith said it best. He ain't a bad man no more. He was a regular dude. I watched Patrick Mahomes get the fire in his eyes yesterday.
Hold on.
I watched. Remember when Josh Allen came in the league? He was trash. But he put the work in. Meanwhile, my quarterback,
I need a signal.
Give me this. Give me that. What they say? Be the change you want to see in the world. It's time for Aaron to look in the mirror and say, you know what? I'm Peyton Manning before he got a ring. regular season All-Star, regular season MVP. But as soon as it comes time to win the game, to do what I need, to be a GOAT, to drag my team to victory, I can't do it.
Hot money, no.
Defense held them to 6 points. Yo, if Matthew Stafford gets this ring, what's the difference between Matthew Stafford and Aaron Rodgers?
Whoa now. Whoa.
That's some hostility coming out right there.
Yo, who got the better arm? Wait, let's talk about this. This man sat for 3 years. You should be fresh. You frail. Every time I turn around, something hurt. Collarbone, knees, groin, legs.
Damn,
but
son.
It's always somebody else's fault. Maybe you should take care of yourself.
Yo, you know who Red Down sound like right now? He sound like Pop from Friday. Every time I come in the kitchen,
yo,
I always see you in the refrigerator. He know all the neck bones, all the shit.
Okay.
Last week, I got people telling me.
So let's get to it though. So we heard your eloquent soliloquy, and it was trash, right? We're gonna call it what it is, right? Ooh. You don't sound like Pops. You sound like Uncle Ruckus. You a hater, right? Let's call it what it is, right?
Hold on.
So here it is, and here's where it goes, right? You could go by stats, numbers, all of that, right? Because here's the thing: the guy that you saw will his team and will those bums to championship was the same dude crying to management when he was getting beat up by the Detroit Pistons. He's also the same dude that put those same calls in that Aaron Rodgers said, if you don't do this, I'm not going to be here.
Never.
Yeah, Mike said that too. For all of his greatness. Now, hold on, I'll let you go. I'll let you go. For all the other stuff that you're talking about, the GOAT, Tom Brady, what you was, right? When you talk about a system, and you said it a number of times, that he had bums. You could say Stallworth, Troy Brown, Lawyer Malloy, all these other people were bums, but you know what the Patriots did? In their system, they obviously every year equip their system with people that were better than the other people in the league. Now, here's the other thing that you should say. This should be like a scary movie. This should be like Scream and all the other trilogies that you ever watched, right? Because you've seen the same thing happen to Brett, and you wasn't taking shots at management.
Because they got Brett help.
Who did they give Brett help?
He turned to help in the Stars.
No, they didn't give Brett help. You know what they did? The only person that the Packers have signed in the last 30 years was Reggie White that led them to a Super Bowl. They didn't give Brett help. You talking about Antonio Freeman? Antonio Freeman was help. Donald Driver was help. Dorsey Levens was help. Win. And your general manager did the same thing before this season even started. He said to him, you know what? For everything that you are, the MVP of the league, and need I say, and I would dare y'all to contest this, probably the MVP of the league again, they did nothing to help him. Nothing.
Regular season award.
A regular season award, right? So, hey, Quet, let me ask you this. Chris, let me ask you this, right? Did Bruce Arians like AB?
No.
Nope.
So when Tom made the call, what happened?
You got him.
AB got there.
Okay. When Tom said he was going to Tampa, who he say he was bringing with him?
Gronk.
Did they object to it?
Nope.
Tom came to them and said, hey, your offensive line is shitty. What did they do in the first round?
Drafted. What's his name?
And he turned out to be a Pro Bowler, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know what? You don't have a highly touted running back. What did they go do?
They got
bring in Leonard Fournette.
Okay, so touchdown Lenny, right? So all of that you're talking about, name a move the Packers made this year to make this team better. Whether you think off season or during the season, with the exception of getting lucky with Devondre Campbell and Rasul Douglas. What did they do
lucky? Come on.
What did they do talent-wise to
I'm gonna
get better?
I'm gonna tell you what they did. Goot looked at Aaron. He said, "You say you the GOAT, right? You great. Well, last time I checked, you just barely lost that game.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Take your GOAT behind back on that field.
Hold on. Since you say he the GOAT, let's ask this.
Oh, he's not the GOAT. He is not.
No. Since you say Goot said, "Oh, you supposed to be," so let's say this, right? This is the same guy that is the main cheerleader for Matt LaFleur. You talking about Aaron Rodgers is the regular season GOAT. Mm-hmm. So isn't your coach the same thing? Because you scream and shout because he's 13-3 in the regular season. What has he done in every playoff appearance? Get out coached.
If the dude that swears he's a Hall of Fame quarterback would play,
how does he get out coached in San Fran by his own brother?
He didn't get coached by his brother. That was Kyle Shanahan's offense. Did you go watch them Jets?
His brother's on the 49ers staff, right?
No, was.
Is his brother not on the 49ers staff?
Did you see that offense he was running in the Jets? That was not. Come on, man. That's like saying, let's be real.
Is Matt LaFleur's brother on
got outcoached by Kyle Shanahan?
Is he on the 49ers staff? Was he not part of the reason that Raheem Mostert went for 200 and some yards? Right?
So you trying to tell me that Kyle Shanahan is not running that offense?
Every playoff game that he's had, and even during the regular season, he's got out coached. He has the record that he has.
So when we beat the Rams, he got out coached.
The record that he has as a head coach because of 12. Don't get slick, boy.
When we beat the Rams, so he got out coached when we beat the Rams? Did he get out coached when we beat the Seahawks?
Yes.
We beat them.
You know what? Because he's coaching the game. See me with the same energy when light skin up there.
This dude's supposed to be a great quarterback, right? He's supposed to be a great quarterback. You can't get to another.
See me with that same thing.
He has now failed under 2 head coaches. 2 head coaches he's failed under. He don't put the work in. I don't think he want to be great.
Woo.
Well, his brother not with us anymore, but yes, 2 years ago, yeah, he was. Yeah.
Like, if you want to be great, you're going to take this team to victory. You're not going to go down as an all-time great, and you can't carry some bums somewhere. Kobe did it. Mike did it. Tom doing it all the time. All the time.
What bums did Kobe carry the greatness? What bums?
You think Lamar Odom's a Hall of Famer?
You don't. First of all, you're talking about a 6th man of the year in the league and one of the. You mean to tell me Lamar Odom wasn't top rate when
was
they
he
were
a Hall of Famer? Was he a Hall of Famer?
Top rate when
was
they
he a Hall of
playing?
Famer?
Are you serious?
Just answer the question. Was he a Hall of Famer?
What Hall of Famers
is he a Hall of Famer?
Hall of Famers besides Gronk has Grady played with?
And here's the Brady part.
Randy Moss.
Statistically, Brady's best season is Randy Moss.
Who else?
But they didn't win.
But
when he was throwing a 5'9" midget.
So here's the thing. So answer this question then. Since you're more than a fanatic, right? Is the talent level on the Bucs healthy at full strength the same as the talent level on the Packers? Offensively.
We took
offensively. Is the talent level? It's a yes or no question. Is the talent level on the Bucs the same as it is as the Packers?
No.
Healthy at full strength?
No. So it's a so-called ghost job to find a way to win. Get it done. Ain't no excuses at this point. No more. You've been in the league how long?
Hey, bro, I'm good. I'm good with him. And I've been told him this. And I've been told him this because you go past the point of the fanatic. Like, I know that you want to look for somebody to blame, but at the end of the day, even if you want to go with the highest profile position in the game, at the end of the day, what has the coach done to put his team in better situations? I mean, shit, we see any given Sunday, Al Pacino lost it on the defensive coordinator. He at least went and said, fix it. What does he do? He finds the cheap
wait.
A bad special teams coordinator.
What did that defense look like this year?
Which nobody in the league believed in.
What did that defense look like this year? That defense looked damn good this year.
Burns, are you serious? Do you want me to do an AB and copy the text that you in that group?
Ruck, do I need to go back to 4 weeks ago? How you was praising his defense? Ruck, you was praising his defense 4 weeks ago.
I was praising his defense. I was praising it for Saturday.
You was praising his defense 4 weeks ago.
Hey, Quet, real quick, we're gonna do a screen share because I'm about to do an AB on him, son. Let me put all the text out there to show what this fool really been talking about.
Yeah, I gotta see this, man. So
and the fact that it's easy to blame 12, that's cool. And like I told you in the chat, that's cool. It's easy. But like I said, and it's the same thing that we got fortunate with. People did the same thing to Brett. We got fortunate when Aaron was in the wings. Again, I want you to keep the same energy when you get the love that you've been asking for. Because we've seen it a couple times this season. You yourself in the chat reported that Packers coaches and players said that they haven't seen anything from him. And what did you put in the chat the other day? The current Ohio State quarterback.
What happened? Where he go?
DJ Stroud.
He don't run no more.
No, I think that it was internet. Dark Mark said Kobe had 2 20 and 10 bigs. My nephew Rich London said all available. It's too stupid, man. He talking about detention stuff. Listen,
yo, listen. One thing, fanatics. I understand your job, but y'all can miss me with that, man. Y'all can miss me with that.
Oh, he lost power.
Has Aaron Rodgers lived up to the GOAT status? No. Could he have played much better? Absolutely. Absolutely. Won't take nothing away from him. But that was a total team loss that we had the other night. And you're talking about in a game that even offensively, where we didn't produce as much as we have, our defense played lights out. We lost the game on special teams.
Yep.
Everybody can see that. Let's call it what it is. Because for everybody saying that he only led 1 touchdown drive, Chris, how many touchdown drives did Jimmy G lead?
1. None.
How many completions did he have in the first half?
I think 3, 4.
No, he had none.
Oh, no, he had 0.
He had none.
0 for 4.
Right? So, again, it is what it is, man. It's a team loss. It happens.
Sure, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can accept that. But again, to point the finger at a dude that acted like anybody else would. If you've been committed to your girl and then she tell you after really putting it down for a whole year, yo, man, I don't know if I can get you that PlayStation 5 this year. I don't know if I can get you Madden 22. You might miss a couple curfews yourself, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's call it for what it is. Aaron Rodgers didn't react differently than any other diva quarterback, but I think what he asked for was justified. Coming off an MVP season, coming off an NFC Championship game loss, he asked for help, and you didn't give him anything.
Lance, what's up, man? I'll get a side shake.
Well, you know, as somebody that is neutral in this, even though I love me some Aaron.
Yo, London's stupid.
I do. I honestly think that Ruck and Randall both make good points, yo.
Agreed.
You know, it's you know, when I look at that game and I look at both of their assessments, it's somewhere in the middle, right? Because I think it's like this. The defense did play phenomenal. I don't think you can put any blame on the defense. That defense did that defense gave up 7 points.
This nigga's stupid, yeah.
That's all they did. They gave up 7 points. I think the special teams was horrendous. I think Matt LaFleur coached scared, or maybe I should rephrase that. He coached not to lose and he didn't coach to win.
Oh, you know my motto about that.
I think Aaron Rodgers, for as much as I love that bad man, and I'm still gonna call him a bad man. Stephen A. flaky like a motherfucker. But as much as I call him that bad man, there were spots in that game where he needed to be a bad man and he wasn't. And there was some, I said it before this game took place. I said, listen, this is a dangerous game for the Green Bay Packers. But as far as Aaron Rodgers moving forward, for his legacy, he got to win this game. So for him to lose it, and for him to lose it in the fashion that he did, even though I wouldn't put all the blame on him, after that, I think it was after the who's your tight end? It's not Mercedes Lewis. Who is it?
Josiah DeGuara.
No, the other tight end.
Oh, Tanya?
No. Somebody dropped. Somebody fumbled. Who fumbled when they were driving?
Mercedes
no,
Lewis.
that was Mercedes Lewis.
All right, so Mercedes Lewis. After that play, they ran 20 plays for 22 yards. That's unacceptable. It brings me back to the Tampa Bay game where, the defense got the stop that you needed, and 3 times you went 3 and out in some critical times. Now, you try to make the last minute drive to win the game, and, it was coaching faux pas from Matt LaFleur not going for it, but it was just certain times in Aaron Rodgers' career where he got to step on the gas and he didn't, and it's not because he can't, because we know he can, but he just didn't, and I don't know what to attest that to. I really don't.
Well,
but it looks bad.
I'll say this though too, right? And you can break it down how you want to break it down, but we're driving. I think at that point we're probably at the 30, maybe 25 at that point. Mercedes Lewis fumbles, right? We turn around, defense stands up again. We get another fumble from Ayuk. They give it back to him, right? We get a 3rd and 3 play on our own 10-yard line. He completes it for 75 yards. Nobody in front. Aaron Jones, for whatever reason, stops running. Right?
Yeah.
If he scores that touchdown,
that shows the game.
There's nothing to talk about at all. Right? But again, here it is at the end of a half running. Aaron dials up the shot on 3rd and 3. Instead of making it a punting situation, we get inside the 10-yard line. Right? Yep. 49ers defense steps up. They get a big-time sack because, like Chris, we talked about earlier, he's under duress the whole game. And then we get a blocked field goal. Right? So there are things that happen. Again, he could have played much better. Right? But in the times that we have needed other pieces of a complete football team to step up, it was wasted. It was a wasted opportunity. And I'm not just placing the blame at Matt LaFleur, but as a head coach watching the game, you got to see that. Yeah. Chris, it was the same thing that we talked about during the Tennessee game before you left. I said it. Shanahan is going to be stubborn enough to continue to do what he does. And
like his daddy.
Just like his daddy. And he did that. He kept running. He kept doing this. He kept doing that. He didn't listen. San Fran, for all the trickery and misdirection, if a real fan is looking at that game that understands football, they run the same plays. It's toss left, toss right. Trap right, trap left. Right? So you see it for what it is. But at the end of the game, the 49ers made the plays to win. That's it.
That's definitely it. But they
made the plays to win.
I just feel like there's enough blame for why Green Bay lost that game to go around. Ain't nobody absolved, and I don't think nobody deserves more blame. Well, maybe the special teams. But other than the special teams, I don't think nobody else deserves more blame than another faction of the team. You know what I mean? That was a real total team loss to me.
And Chris, just like we had discussed earlier, you can't tell me, and Quet, I'll put this to you. Mm-hmm. You can't tell me that Kyle Shanahan, that DeMeco Ryans don't think differently if Odell Beckham Jr. is on the other side of that field.
Oh yeah, we definitely.
Oh yeah. Listen, it's again,
and I say that to say the guy that Burns is lauding as the guy had an opportunity to make it happen.
Let me just say this, because now listen, I agree with both of y'all, because I was even I don't want to say arguing, but Andy Dorff, shout out to Andy Dorff, he was trying to bait me to argument because he feels the same way now about Aaron Rodgers. He's the man, he should be able to do it. I said, here's the thing though, right? When you're in the NFL, everybody's good, regardless of what you're talking about. But if you are a good team and you have the chance to get another receiver to make your team even better, why wouldn't you? And I just, for so many years, and people will be like, well, I didn't look at it like that. Talking to Ruck and just understanding, because you see it a lot. LeBron went through it in Cleveland. They feel, well, the first Cleveland. Well, you're good enough to get us through. Aaron Rodgers' success has also been his hindrance in Green Bay, because they feel, well, you're good enough to get us to where we need to go, Aaron. So you can make do with what we have. But why not get another piece to make us even better and get the pressure off of us?
Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris, do me a favor, right? Hey, Quinn, I'm sorry to jump in, but I want you to continue. I want you to continue your point. But Chris, real quick, we all know, and everybody in America knows, that Aaron Rodgers is now 0-4 against the San Francisco 49ers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Now, we also know, and it's also been a big thing, that in his first 3 years as a head coach, Matt LaFleur has amassed a record faster. I think the only person that's above him is George Seifert in his first 3 years, right? Mm-hmm. Google the playoff losses and tell me what those look like.
All of whose playoff losses? Matt LaFleur?
LaFleur. As a head coach. And the crazy thing, that the reason that I'm making it like this is because, again, if you look at all of those losses, wait till you hear the scores and the numbers that we had to suffer through for 3 years before they decided to do something about the defense.
You're talking about, so you said Green Bay playoff loss? What'd you say?
Yep. Yep. It's our playoff losses over the last 3 years.
Okay. So Dark Mark said, he said, I think Green Bay have been slowly pushing Aaron Rodgers out the door since Jordan Love. What do you say, Ruck? What do you say?
Absolutely. They told him. But again, here's the thing, and I'm going to say it again on air, right? Because nobody wants to make, I think Chris and Quay, I think you did a little bit too, but Aaron Rodgers is the only white quarterback in this league that gets treated as if he's black.
Oh, yeah, I said that. No, yeah, I said. Now, I'll take credit for that. I said that. Said that.
Where else have you seen it? You haven't seen it with Tom. You didn't see it with Peyton. You didn't see it with Eli. You didn't see it with Phillip Rivers. You didn't see it with Drew Brees. Who else? Aaron Rodgers is Cam Newton.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers get treated crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I don't understand how you can have an MVP, not MVP caliber, not almost MVP, but an actual MVP winner, and you still kind of like,
If he wins this year, he's gonna be a 4-time MVP. 4.
Okay, so you want the L?
Yeah.
So
Hold on.
2019, he went 13-3. Lost to the San Francisco 49ers in the championship game.
And that score was 37-20.
Then they lost. Then the next year, 13-3. All these years first in the NFC North, by the way. Yep. Then they lost to Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the NFC Championship game.
31-26.
And then this past Saturday, lost to the San Francisco 49ers in the NFC Divisional game.
Mm-hmm.
So two championship games, right? And then the divisional game, right?
Yep.
Coaching, because I'll take it a step further. Even if you look at our record since Matt LaFleur has been a coach, after the bye week, we've stunk. That's coaching.
Wow.
Even in Madden, they ask you if you want to rest the guys or do more preparation. In Madden, they ask you that. You don't know?
So my question to you, Ruck, as a Packer fan, what do you do now? Do you say, hey, you know what? Aaron time is up. We know that there's animosity. Or do you say
It's over?
Okay.
It's over. There are only two options to the situation, right? First option and the most likely is that it's over. And that's fine. I'm going to still be a Green Bay Packer fan. I'm not leaving, right? Or the other option is he, along with a couple other people, come into that front office and say, I want to do a Brady deal. I want to take less to keep the team together and add more because I can still play.
That's what I was talking to somebody with. I said, unless Aaron Rodgers is taking less and say, I need more help, then that's going to work. Now, would he do that, though? That's the that's the question, because Aaron Rodgers could have restructured the deal. You know, like,
hey, he could have. You know what? He could have restructured his deal last year, and he didn't. And here's the thing about our quarterback that I will admit, he is a cocky somebody.
Yes, he is.
I mean,
he ain't giving up no money. I can tell you that right now.
You know, he has been a person that some people have said listen, you heard the reporter in Chicago, he's a bad guy, he's a jerk, he's an a-hole. A lot of people think that. But and me and Burns were going back and forth today, but I think there are a lot of teammates on that team that ride for him.
But he has all right to be what he is. He's an MVP. You know what I mean? Like, and he's probably going to win an MVP again. Like, he has right to do it.
Let me throw something out that a lot of people really haven't thought of, right? Even though I don't agree with him being the cocky SOB that he is, right? But think about this. Besides him being drafted, right?
Sure. When
have the Packers ever committed to Aaron before they saw his brilliance?
Good question.
Because remember, they sat him when they knew Brett was on the decline, right?
What they said? What 3 years or 4 years?
3 years, right? Actually, it may have been close to 4. They flirted with Brett when he left, came back, right? They let Brett do that, right? Aaron plays as a first-year starter, second-year starter, third-year starter. He really doesn't get his just due in terms of the contract, right? He didn't start getting real money until the Super Bowl win.
I'm about to say after the Super Bowl,
right?
What's that, like 6 years later?
6 years later. So now he wins the Super Bowl, and even across that time, he wins MVPs. They've never treated him as a white quarterback. It's never been that. Again, even if you go lower level quarterbacks or what people will say, right? Phillip Rivers got treated as a king in San Diego. He got to say when he wanted to do what he wanted to do, right? Drew Brees in New Orleans and everywhere else that he was, right? When is he got that? You mean to tell me you treat Aaron Rodgers like you treat Derek Carr?
I got a question, Ruck, too. And while you're on it, didn't they just give him a boatload of money like just now, recently, within the past 4 years?
But the thing was, it wasn't like they just gave it to him. He was due.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
But
he was due.
Why did it take them so long to even give him that money?
And then here was the other thing, and this is what people missed about what he was saying all summer. I asked him to commit. I don't want to be a lame duck quarterback. Just commit, and I'll play my contract out. They never did it. They never did it.
Dark Mark, he said, Rodgers and LaFleur are not the best of friends either. How does a 3-time MVP, which I agree, not control his own offense? Brady does, Stafford does, Breeze did, Rodgers did, Big Ben does, Peyton did, and he didn't add that, but.
Well, that was the thing when they brought in Matt LaFleur. That is what makes their relationship so toxic and gives them so much friction. Is because Aaron Rodgers wants the ability to be able to call his plays. And Matt LaFleur, I don't want to say he's a control freak, but he's just a newer age coach who, wants to control how the offense moves. And that's why he was so gun-ho about Love being the quarterback, because he knows Love can't give him no pushback.
Yeah,
Love don't got no MVP.
Because there's no pushback.
Love don't got no Super Bowls. He just got to listen to what Matt LaFleur say, where Aaron Rodgers goes, now I know what I'm doing. So, that is a part of a part of the problem with Green Bay with Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers' relationship.
But wouldn't you want your quarterback to be able to make those calls?
Hey, listen, but here's the thing. You should, if you value your quarterback for where he was. But listen, that was some of the problem with Mike McCarthy. But I will say this, for everything that Mike McCarthy was, he let Aaron throw the ball and do what he wanted to do. Matt LaFleur came in 3 years and drastically changed the offense to make us a run first, run second, pass then team.
I got a question, Ruck. How old is Matt LaFleur?
Exactly.
I think he's 36 or 37.
How old is Aaron Rodgers?
No. He's 42.
Matt LaFleur?
Yeah, he's like 42.
No, he's young.
Yeah, he is young. He is young because him, Shanahan, McVay, because
McVay, all of them.
McVay is like 34, 35.
Yes,
but all of them are together. But even with McVay, and again, things that set people apart. You know what the whole deal was with Odell Beckham going to the Rams?
What's that?
McVay told him, "This is how we're going to throw you the ball." Because the contracts that was offered was the same deal. Odell has a lot of incentives that the Packers could have done too. But the one thing that he told him, this is how we're going to get you the ball. Mm-hmm. Right? You mean to tell me that even though Julio saw the stuff that was going on this summer, that if the Packers made a call to him, he wouldn't have thought twice about Green Bay over Tennessee?
Well, Ruck, we had a conversation, and y'all all know I love Julio. Because Julio had to suffer for years with Matt Ryan. And I said, why do you make that decision to go to Tennessee and play with Ryan Tannehill? Exactly. You literally just got away from Matt Ryan. You deserve the world, my man.
He deserved everything that came to him.
He deserved all of it. And then you go mess around and go, I'm gonna go fuck with this new bitch Ryan Tannehill. So you know what? You got bounced in the first round. You got to hold that L, Julio.
Yep, you got to hold
I hate to say it, but you got to hold that L.
But here's the other thing. I'm sorry, Quet. Here's another point, right? Even if we're not chomping at the bit to go play with Aaron, what wide receiver wouldn't want to match up with Devontae? Any wide receiver worth their salt would say, I know he's going to get doubled.
I'm open.
Listen, i.e., why do you think Juju Smith-Schuster was as good as he was when AB was there?
Mm-hmm.
And why do you think his numbers dropped when AB left? Right? So you talk about all this stuff and it don't add up. Like LA was able to go all in because they have incredible selling pieces to their team. You don't think it was easy for Von Miller to say that he wanted to play with Aaron Donald?
Yeah.
You don't think that OBJ at the end of the day, even if you're talking about Matthew Stafford or not, he didn't look at that and say, Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods, I can't make something happen with them.
And you got Matthew Stafford throwing to me.
And you got Tyler Higbee, and you got 2 running backs. Like, this is what I'm saying. So you can't tell me that in Green Bay, even defensive players can't say, yo, I don't want to play with Z or Preston or Kenny Clark or, huh? The franchise has never done it. Reggie White was the only person they went and got. And the crazy thing about that Reggie White thing that makes it so hypocritical was he was the only one they got. He was just that damn special that you couldn't deny his impact.
Yeah.
So again, it's cool to lay it at 12. This is what's gonna sell shows and papers and all that stuff. It's gonna be a great thing, right?
Hey, what's up, man?
But hey, listen, man. Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick never went through this stuff.
Well,
never.
A little bit with the whole Jimmy G and Tom Brady, but that was
listen. But even with Jimmy G and Tom Brady, everything else. Listen, we could call them bums. You can call them what you want, right? Jimmy G had players to throw to. Matt Castle had players to throw to. Drew Bledsoe had people to throw to. Stop it, man. If teams are going all in to win, they make moves.
Yeah. Dark Morris
We've
said,
never seen the San Fran did it too. They went and drafted Debo. You know what I'm saying? They got things that they needed. Nah, I'm not going for it, man. It's a total team loss.
Dark Mark said McVay said in training camp he gave Stafford the offense to make him comfortable and it's the best for the team. LaFleur should have gave Rodgers the keys to the offense, defense, and subs. For real. Special teams too. You know?
Yo, you know what the crazy thing is about special teams? There has been a conversation in Green Bay over the last 4 years about Mason Crosby. 4 years they've been talking about special teams and how he hasn't been reliable. But because he's the Packers' all-time leading scorer, guess what they did? They gave him more money. And you know what was one of the other disrespectful moves that nobody talks about? And hopefully Burns could jump back on this. You know they paid Mason Crosby instead of paying Jordy Nelson?
Bruh.
And who was Jordy Nelson connected to?
Avon.
I said what I said.
No, but you know what they're gonna say though? But we brought in Randall Cobb.
And then they let Randall Cobb go.
And then we brought him back.
The guy that they say he says this is my best friend on the team. Your MVP quarterback said that, and they cut him. The guy goes on a press conference and talks about Jake Kumara. He has the talent to make this team. I can see him starting week 1, and they cut him. All right.
And let's not forget New Haven's own James Mitchell.
I was just about to say Jamie Nixon.
Jamie Nixon. I'm sorry.
I was talking about no damn Mitchell.
No, sorry. Nixon.
Was that Sam Denard?
Exactly.
Oh my
God!
What? It was a 40 slip. Come on.
Smoking on them cigarettes that got his mind fried. Okay.
They're 40-inch slip, but
he got that Bobby Brown jaw.
Hey, listen, yo, we gotta keep this young man here. I like him. He gives me fits in practice. Listen, whatever let's just keep him. He said, next thing you know, he said, I'll never forget. He said, Aaron Rodgers gave me a ride home. He said, I'm like, yo, this dude gonna tell him a cut. He said, yo, listen, Aaron Rodgers said, nobody ever picked me off like that. He said, I'm gonna advocate for you. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm gonna see if we can hold you. So just whatever, even on practice squad, because you are a good asset. Packers like, nah, we're good. Aaron Rodgers, nah, you're fine. Again.
Whoa, wait a minute. Jamie said he got cut, but then they re-signed him like a couple days later.
Yeah, but then they cut him again.
Then he eventually did get cut due to injuries and his age and stuff like that. But Aaron did get him re-signed. Aaron did get him re-signed initially.
Yeah, but still though, the Packers like, nah, we don't need you. I'm just saying, I'm sorry, I'm a little bitter. But anyway, no, but you are listen, Ruck, everything you're saying, like I can't dispute. I think everybody's been seeing it for years. But again, I just think that Aaron Rodgers has been playing so well that the Packers are like, whatever. And I think it is very evident that LaFleur is like, listen, I don't want you no more. Like, I got my guy. I want to run the offense the way I want to run offense. And it was very evident watching this game against the Niners. Like, the way the play calling was, and let me just say this: Aaron Rodgers didn't have that it factor in him. You know, usually when you watch Aaron Rodgers, he got that twinkle in his eye. I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna be a long night. And after that block punt, Aaron Rodgers just looked so depleted. The way he was throwing the ball, because I just knew he was going to get a back shoulder fade on Devontae. I said, oh my God. Then we brought Josh Norman in. I said, oh my. Of course, he went to Josh Norman, but it wasn't Aaron Rodgers-esque. And I said, something's up. Something's up. You know what I mean? Dark Mark said, management dumped off all Rodgers' guns, basically telling him he can run shit, not you. They did it with Jordan. They did it with the 49ers. This is the problem with some of this management. They think that they're the actual fucking players. Part of my language to the people that are tuning in, the kids, I'm sorry. But a lot of management really feel that it is them, solely them, who's put this team together.
Hey, can I ask y'all a question? Can I ask y'all both a question?
Right.
So Randall did a whole thing where he said his favorite person or player was Michael Jordan, and he's a Chicago Bulls, fanatic, and he's still a Bulls, all that, right? How did the Bulls dynasty end?
With a chip?
Yeah, but who ended it?
Oh, Krause.
Jerry Krause.
So management. It wasn't players that got hurt. It wasn't none of that. Management said, no, Mike, I don't want to do what you want me to do anymore. Right?
Krause said, I don't care what you want. Phil Jackson ain't going to be the coach here next year, whether y'all win or lose.
Yep.
Mike said, if Phil ain't the coach, I'm out.
49ers. Great example. Winning. Doing what they need to do.
Why am I not a 49er fan no more?
Trent fucking
Tell him.
Baalke. Guess what Trent Baalke did? No, we don't need Jim. No, we could win without him. We don't need him. Nah, Jim. Nah, you just see you later. Okay, what happened after that? Then Trent. Now he's a general manager of one of the worst teams in the NFL. Can we guess what team that is?
That'd be the Jacksonville Jaguars for 300, Alex.
I'll give you 600.
But here's the thing, and here's the part that you left out. He said, no, I don't need. First of all, he said, him and that bitch ass owner of yours,
Jeb York,
said we don't need Harbaugh. He's getting too much credit for what we did. They got rid of Harbaugh, and then they proceeded to get Jim Tomsula.
Trash.
That racist ass Chip Kelly.
Trash.
And where did Trent Baalke find himself? Without a job. He got all the credit. He got all the credit he could get when he destroyed a perfectly good team. And let me tell you something right now. I'm gonna tell you something right now. If management doesn't do that, Colin Kaepernick's still on the 49ers. I said it. I said it.
And Super Bowl, mind you. Super Bowl.
I said it.
Don DeMarco.
Oh, yeah.
Trent Baalke doesn't do that move. Colin Kaepernick is still a 49er. Y'all know I don't like to bring it up much.
Hold on,
wait. To keep it real.
Wait, but let's not forget how many players retired after that.
Patrick Willis
gone. We had a middle linebacker, and this kid, what's his name? Oh my gosh.
It's like Worlo or Worlers. He was a rookie.
He was from he was a middle linebacker from He was gone. Bowman got hurt. He was like, I can't be here. I mean, our whole team was like, I'm done. Even Frank Gore said once Jim left, it was the whole culture changed. Culture changed. And people finally came out. And Dante Whitner, he gonna talk his mind. He said they fucked it up for us. They fucked it up for us. Straight like that.
Now they lucked up on Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch. They lucked up on that Shanahan became available, and I think John Lynch is a decent general manager. So they lucked up into being a good team again. But there was no reason for that team to get destroyed.
Mm-mm. And again, and I know you don't follow the Niners, but let's just say, so if you don't know, Jeb York is Eddie DeBarlo's nephew, and his Eddie DeBarlo and his sister, they're co-owners of the team. So they
were part of the dynasty of the 49ers.
Yes. So I wish that the aunt had it, but the sister. But Jeb York's mom was like, okay, I'm going to give it to you and your sister. The sister was like, okay, I'm going to step out of it. But for a long time, the sister didn't like what Jeb was doing with the Niners. So her and him still kind of going at it about a lot of shit. You know what I mean? They still going at it. But because the Niners are winning, because she was talking about, yo, listen, you have to get up out of this. And then you talk about trying to bring Eddie back. Eddie's like, I don't want none of that. But
oh yeah, she was about to genie bust that motherfucker.
Yes, she was.
She was about to pull a genie bust on him. You know what? I know what our parents wanted, but hey yo, bro, you gonna have to get up out of here, bro.
Yep, because they were like, there is no way yet you fired this great, and plus he was a player's coach.
Mm-hmm.
And again, this is why I do not get mad when I see players say, yo, I want what I want, and I'm not playing. And people say, oh, you need to be grateful. No, they don't. Because nobody say this when these owners and general managers look at what Jerry Jones is doing to the Dallas Cowboys for 30-something years. He's driving them to the fucking ground. I said, I had seen two Cowboys fans. I said, you know who's to blame for Jerry Jones? And for the Cowboys' demise, I said, Ja, that still buy them damn tickets, that won't boycott his old ass, and that leaving them in here because he is the judge, executioner, and he's the jury. And this is why the Dallas Cowboys would not be successful until Jerry Jones is out of there.
But I do want to say this though, right? Shout out to the San Francisco 49ers because we said this with them, getting their way into the playoffs. They're a team, and they probably are one of the few teams that's in the NFL that have a true identity and that do strike fear in other teams. Like, say what it is, the Cowboys didn't want to play them. Say what it is, I'm gonna tell you, as a Green Bay Packers fan, we did not want to play them.
Yeah, you said that.
Because of the way that they play football, right? Because here, 9 times out of 10, most teams in the situation that they had the other night, right? That deep in the fourth quarter with that type of weather, they quit. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody trying to block a point. But that's not their identity. And that's a testament of the job that Shanahan and his boys have done.
DeMeco Ryan.
With that group. And DeMeco Ryans being a former linebacker and defensive player himself, what a great job. What a great job. And you got to give them all the credit because they made the plays to win the game. Regardless of what we say about Jimmy G, and he did have a bad game, but there were throws that he made to get them on track.
The first quarter, yes. I would say that.
Well, that was more the second quarter. Okay, but to make it something, right? And I'll be damned if the Rams ain't thinking they don't want to play him neither.
Rams don't want him. Don't. Yo, it's only about one team that want him, and that's KC.
Yeah.
And I think that is a perfect segue. We got to talk about that Kansas City Buffalo Bills game.
My God! Listen, I just knew that the kid. I was like, all right, I'm done. I thought the Chiefs had it, but as I'm watching the score, I'm like, oh shoot! And I'm watching. I'm like, Josh Allen. He played with some cojones.
Hey yo, you know what the turning point of the season was for Kansas City?
What's that?
It was the game that they had in Tennessee. And I think Mahomes had threw like 3 picks in the first half. And everybody said, well, is the magic done?
Yeah, dummies.
Is the honeymoon over? And like you said, you know, from watching the game, he had a look the remainder of the season and said, you know what? I'm going to show you how special I am. And the crazy thing about it, which I will give Burns some credit for, that right there, that it is contagious. And when you got people like Tyreek Hill, like Travis Kelce, even, you know, Pringle and some of the other ones, they got a totally different swag, man.
Also,
they have a totally different swag.
Also, the defense has a different swag, right? You know what I mean? It's like, yo,
well,
I think
what defense? Chiefs defense?
We
ain't know about no defense after last night.
Listen,
we ain't talking about no defense. We can talk about that defense next week.
Listen. I was saying in general. Usually, when the offensive player turns it on, the defense step up like, okay, well, we got your back. Now, did we see a Big 12 shootout? Sure, okay, but I'm just saying in general, Chris. I just want to preface that. All right, go ahead, finish. Right.
I'll say this. You know, that look you talking about that you're seeing in Patrick Mahomes. You know what it reminded me of? Reminded me of the scene from Black Panther when his mother says, "Remember who you are. I am King T'Challa, son of King T'Chaka." And ever since then, Patrick Mahomes said, "Y'all ain't know I'm Discount Double Check Jr." That was some magic I saw last night. I can't remember the last time I seen something that magical. Now y'all know I don't mess with Brady, so I ain't watched that Atlanta thing because I already knew what was gonna happen.
Well, I can tell you that was magical, Chris.
But what I saw last night from Patrick Mahomes and, might I add, Josh Allen. I saw 2 dudes. Yeah, this was one of the first football games that I could compare to a boxing match. I seen 2 dudes standing in the middle of the ring, giving each other their best shot and going, "Yo, come on, I ain't going nowhere." That's what I saw last night, and it was an absolute honor to watch that game. The more I think of it, and I'm trying to bring up other games that I could compare it to.
How about the Super Bowl? I mean, when he turned it on against the 49ers in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and he did turn it on, but that game wasn't what that Buffalo Bills game was last night.
Oh, okay.
I don't never, people were jumping out the window. That's the best game ever. That's the best NFL game ever. And I don't never like to jump out the window. But man, I keep trying to, I'm trying to replay great games in my head. And I'm going, it was better than that one. It was better than that one. It was better than that one.
I don't know. I'm trying to think, man.
Yeah, so immediately, just to give like a point of reference, and I was taking every game. I thought about that Denver-Dallas game, Peyton Manning versus Tony Romo, regular season.
Oh yeah,
that was a great game. And you want to talk about, well, it was one of Romo's best games, but in typical Romo fashion, a turnover when you absolutely couldn't have it, and Peyton Manning capitalized on it. I thought about that game. I thought about the New England Indianapolis Colts game, where they finally beat the Patriots in an NFC AFC Championship game to get to the Super Bowl. I think about that game. I think about a Monday night football game back with Sean King and Warwick Dunn, Tampa Bay versus the Rams, back when the Rams was the greatest show on turf. Damn. One of the greatest games I've ever seen. Literally, I'm thinking about all of these games, and I'm going, better than that one. It was better than that one.
I had a couple of those too, Chris. I was thinking about.
I even think about that Green Bay Seattle game where Green Bay, this is going to bring up more bad memories for Rupp, but Green Bay should have absolutely won that game. And they let Russell Wilson was playing like trash.
Mm-hmm.
And they let that man come back on them. after that. I can't remember who the guy was who caught the onside kick and bobbled it and shouldn't have touched it. I know he got cut the next day. I think about that one. I think about 49ers versus the Giants when Kyle Williams muffed that punt. Think about that game.
I think about now again, you know, the one game that came down to something like that was the Niners and the Seahawks in 2019. It was just we stopped them at the 1 yard line, and that game was just back and forth. But like you said, this game was different because it was like it was just boom, 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 boom. Like you said, it was a heavyweight fight, and it was like whoever gets caught, oh, they're going down. And
what about of recent that Kansas City and Colts game? Andrew Luck, Pat Mahomes.
Andrew Luck, Pat Mahomes.
Or was that who was that when Luck brought them back? Was that KC?
That was Alex Smith. That was KC.
That was Alex Smith.
That was Alex Smith.
Yeah.
That was the first round. I think Kansas City was up like 23 or something. And Andrew Luck put him on the back. Got his back. But I think of that honestly. And again, I hate to bring up this one. I think about that Packers 49ers Colin Kaepernick versus Andrew Luck. Aaron Rodgers, where they literally it was just score. I mean, you want to talk about a shootout?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think
my man.
I think about those games.
He said it was Arturo Gotti versus Mickey Ward.
Absolutely.
No, you know what? I'm gonna give you one better. And the only reason I'm gonna push back on Arturo Gotti, Mickey Ward, is because it wasn't the most aesthetically pleasing. Even though they did, it was a war. It was a great fight. I'm more hearkening to Diego Corrales versus Juan Castillo, which was probably, literally, Castillo just kept knocking Diego Corrales on the ground. It was over. He couldn't stand up. And then Diego Corrales got knocked down one more time, got back up, and literally put Castillo to sleep. It was one of them kind of wars. And it was awesome. It was awesome.
He said Rams versus Chiefs during the Rams Super Bowl run.
Oh yeah, it was a Monday night game. It was Patrick Mahomes.
It was like 55? What is like 55 to like 6?
Highest, I think it was either the highest or the second highest. It was like 55 to 53. Oh my goodness. Again, I think about all of those games and I go, it wasn't better than that game I watched last night, man. I can think about the Music City Miracle.
Oh damn, Chris, yeah.
It was better than the Music City Miracle. I can think about Rams Titans in the Super Bowl. It was better than that.
Yeah. There was a sleeper game though that I had. It was Tampa Bay and the Jets. They went back and forth. This is when the Bucs had Sapp, Keyshawn Orland, and Wayne Quebec caught the touchdown at the end to win it. Chad Pennington.
With no gloves on.
My man. Didn't he go to like Hofstra?
Yep, Hofstra,
yeah.
Hofstra.
Wayne Quebec. Yo, that's what I'm saying. I think about those games and I go, man, I'm still hesitant because once you call something the greatest ever, you put it on a very high pedestal. I'm trying, and if anybody out there watching could think of a game that was better than that game that we saw yesterday, please help me, please.
And boom, yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't. Only, I mean, like Glenn said, that Rams versus Chiefs game. That was
hey, Hambone, if your team won this weekend. We in the same thing here,
Get him.
Yo, we already talked about Aaron, man. You're gonna have to rewind this on your VCR. We already talked about that. We had Burns come up here. Him and Ruck was going at it.
Yeah, they had to call it all available.
He said, but we're going to keep defending Lamar. See, again, you got to listen to it, man. We say Aaron Rodgers get treated like a black quarterback. You know what I mean? But I do want to talk about that Buccaneers game. I do want to talk about that. You know what I mean? Because
that was a good game too.
So again, was it a good game, or did you see some chink in the Rams armor? Like, what are you guys' thoughts on that? I mean, it's like, the Rams, held it together. I want to know. And I've been saving it because I want to know. And again, maybe part of me is biased as a Niners fan. I thought the Rams did very well. I said there should be no way that they lose this game. But it came down to the last second.
The Rams ain't got no armor. Cooper Kupp has armor.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp. Let's get that right.
Hambone said it wasn't a good game. Rams took their foot off the gas.
But did they take their foot off the gas, or did they start shooting themselves in the foot? You see, because 4 fumbles don't sound like taking your foot off the gas. 4 fumbles sound like you started shooting yourself in the foot. And then I believe the pressure bust pipe or make diamonds, and it was busting pipe. Because when you got, and y'all all know, he ain't my goal. I ain't want to get into the whole story about Tom Brady. But when Tom Brady is across from you and you start to see the big mouth moving, your palms get sweaty.
Yep. Knees
get tight.
Mm-hmm.
Stomach you start getting the BGs. And what I saw was they started shooting themselves in the foot, and then they gave Tom Brady an opening, and they started going, uh-oh. As a matter of fact, and I'll let you go. I just want to make this one point. I was on Twitter watching the game, and there was a point where it was 27-3, and somebody posted it and said, I just want to put this up here just in case.
Yep.
In case.
And I said, there is no way. I said, stop it. There is no way. Man. Tom better play that number. Tom better play that damn number boxing straight.
Dollar back up.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. That motherfucker, man, when it's 273, Tom said, it's 24/7 in my eyes. Wow.
Yeah. Listen, the other thing was, I think, and I hate to say this because I want this man to get a head coaching job. I think Todd Bowles started making defensive mistakes that he hasn't made in years. That I even as a Jets head coach, I didn't see Todd Bowles make some of these calls that he did. Mm-hmm. Like Chris, and here's how I'm gonna prove it to you. But Chris and I was talking. Chris, what blitz were we talking about when we was watching the Tennessee game?
Oh, double A gap.
Double A gap blitz. It's the hardest blitz to run and to block. But if you don't have people commit, it's going to get you burned all the time.
Right on that top.
And the crazy thing is, not only did he send it, but I don't know if you guys have seen some of the replays, Levante David didn't go. He stood. And I don't know if there was a mix-up in calls or things like that. But even after the game, he was even quoted as saying, like, there was so much turmoil in this team. So was it more than just like what AB had going on? I don't know. But I think the Rams eked one out. But I will say this, too, ahead of this 49ers game. Does that give them some confidence?
That's
you know what I'm saying? Being that they're going back home, that they just beat Tom Brady, you know what I'm saying? Does that give them some confidence?
Well, I mean, and again, and that's why I'm asking, because during the game wasn't even over, right? He said them players are scared of BA. The game wasn't even over, and the Rams put out a statement through Ticketmaster that if you don't live in the Los Angeles County area, then you will not be able to purchase a ticket through Ticketmaster if you do not live in the Los Angeles County. And I preface that because Matthew Stafford said when we played the 49ers, it felt like an away game because it was so loud in there. I couldn't even get the calls in. That's how loud it was. And I remember the announcer saying, it's more louder when the offense is on the, when the Rams offense is on the field versus the 49ers.
But you know why that is? Quet?
What's up?
It's because the Rams don't belong to Los Angeles.
That's what I'm saying. Right. That's
you could transplant them there all you want. Los Angeles. Now, see, if the Raiders would have went to LA, it would have been different.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It would have been different because LA is Raider country. But if it's not going to be Raider country, it's more synonymous with San Francisco.
Yeah.
Because they ain't have nobody else to root for.
Nope.
So they're gonna go. Los Angeles ain't had a team since what, 88?
Yeah.
So they've been rooting for the 49ers, and the 49ers was bringing them championships. So they could try to block people from San Francisco coming there all they want. I guarantee you. Now I'm not gonna say it's gonna be as 49er heavy as it was the last game, but I can guarantee you there's gonna be a lot of 49er fans there. Because there's a lot of 49er fans that live in the LA County area.
Oh yeah, and it was 49ers on it was 49er fans. It was and also Frank Gore, a lot of 49er players said, listen, if y'all need tickets, we got y'all. Because what's that? Whitworth, the offensive lineman for the Rams, his wife was like, if you don't want your Rams tickets, don't sell them to nobody that's not a Rams fan. So I was like, okay.
Let me tell you something about LA.
But again, this was during the game. Like they had not even beaten the Buccaneers. This was the end of the third quarter when this came out. So I mean, no, when I seen it. So that means, when they was whooping them, they were like, okay, this is Whitworth. It was more so like, okay, well, guess what? We know we're gonna play the Niners. Don't sell me our tickets. This game is over because we know we're going back home. I mean, that's what I saw. That was that arrogance I saw. Like, okay, cool. Same thing when I saw McVay when they were up 17-0, and I'm on my rant, and he high-fiving the players in the end zone. Like Jordan said, I took it personal.
Well, yeah. But let me tell you something. I saw that the Rams tried to do everything in their power to lose the game, and I don't think the 49ers are going to do that. Also, I'm going to tell you something about LA. LA is similar to Miami. The fans there are all transplants from other cities.
Just like he said. He said nobody in LA from LA. He said
it's rare that people in LA are from other places. On top of that, and I'm gonna say it in this order, Los Angeles is a Laker town. Okay? Mm-hmm. Lakers, Dodgers, USC. Then we can start talking about the Rams and the Chargers. So
the Chargers don't even make the list.
You're right. But I'm just saying. As a matter of fact, hold on, and the Clippers are somewhere in there too. In that bottom tier. Because people from LA are diehard Laker fans. Yeah, diehard Dodger fans. Yep. And they don't got that real love for the Rams. They don't. So I wouldn't be surprised. Man.
You know what? So people ask me, what do you think? And Glenn is on. He from the Bay. Because he really from there though. Hambone. See now he said. Hold on. He said that the 49ers are gonna lose by 30. Now the Rams gonna win by 24. What the fuck are you, a bookie? Next is gonna be by 10, right? Come on, Hambone, stop. Why you don't like the 49ers, man? What did we do to you?
Hambone just hurt because of the Ravens.
But I have not been talking junk. My 49ers, we've been chilling, man. I mean, Ephraim are talking junk, but a lot of us been chilling. We just happy to be here, yo. That's it. We don't want no problems. We just want to beat the Rams, and we want to beat the shit out the Rams. Nothing less than 24. Okay, so now he's a bookie. Go ahead to Wingate. Go ahead. Exactly.
Am I going to get some odds on that? Because if you're telling me Rams by 24, I'm taking them numbers. I'll put my bet down right now.
He said, because you're a fan. Listen, this is the same guy that said that the Ravens was going to the Super Bowl. You can book it, guarantee, and I'm going to come on and I'm going to host y'all show. How'd that turn out?
It's the same dude that said Joe Harris is the best 3-point shooter in the league.
Thank you.
He did say that.
Thank you. Chris, he been saying wrong stuff since I don't know when. Every one of us, he been coming at us at. Look where that lands you, buddy. You know what I mean?
Hey, I hope Kevin Durant foot ain't on the line this year.
Exactly. Rock said, yo, Kevin Durant gonna be a head case. Got all that. He said, ain't no friend of mine gonna win no damn Super Bowl before me. And y'all beat us, Handball.
Oh, so that's what it was. He was betting against me. That's why we lost.
No, Glenn, he is a Ravens fan. He is a Ravens fan. That's who he's a Ravens fan talking this mess. Look, he's delusional. He looking like Will Smith right now with the entanglement.
Yo, he said we fake virtual COVID.
Y'all do fake virtual COVID. And we still winning. We still winning. All our points is valid. We fake COVID, and you can't even get on the show. The host, because you got that much confidence in your team. You can't even host a fake virtual show. Damn. Just come to it. Yo, just stop fighting with us, man. Just stop. Just stop. He said, that's why I ain't host the show. You ain't host the show because your Ravens lost. That's why you ain't host the show. That was the bet. You said if we won, I'm hosting.
No. Hey, no, tell the truth. He ain't host the show because he had to go shoot another album cover.
Oh shit!
That's the only dude I know that still got the Jet Centerfold cover.
He said, y'all dropped the show for 8 weeks because y'all ain't want me to host. What? And we picked it up once you talked about that you're gonna come up here. Ain't been up here since.
You know, Ravens ain't win since.
Exactly. Bonfire now. Exactly. But listen, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm happy to be here. I'm not going to get my hopes up. I'm not going to be with my Niner, club. No, listen, I'm being home. I'm chilling. If we lose, I get to be mad for 2 seconds in my own house and I'm done. I'm not going to take that long ass drive. Nah. And even if we go to Super Bowl, same thing. If you come to my house, you're getting chips and water. That's it. I ain't going.
Let me tell you something. If the Niners if the Niners lose on Sunday, Craig gonna call me up and say, see, this why I don't fuck with Jimmy G. This why I don't fuck with Jimmy G.
Exactly. Listen, either way, I won because if we win, I'm fine. If we lose, I'm even better because Jimmy G ass is gone. So I'm fine. We are fine. We are fine. Handbone said we lost 8 straight weeks. Yes, ever since we've been off, Handbone been losing. You know what I'm saying? That's what you get. Like Glenn said, we playing with house money. We're fine. Like, we are okay. Like, listen, the Rams showed us who they are, but I'm going to tell you, I don't know who Jimmy. Again, let me stop there. I'll give Jimmy G credit. He plays well against the Rams. How? I don't know. I don't know how. Him and McVay must be fucking the same girl because McVay always get mad and he always find a way to lose it. But we're going to see. We're going to see. Handball said if they lose, bet there won't be no show. Yes, it will be. Yes, it will be. Jimmy G is the third best quarterback in 49 history. All right, man, I got to go, man.
Third best?
Roach, what's going on, man? What's going on, Ron? He said third best.
Maybe.
It's Kyle.
Young Montana
Garcia.
Are you gonna put Jeff Garcia ahead of him?
Jeff Garcia.
You putting Jeff Garcia ahead of Jimmy Garoppolo?
Stop it. Stop. Yo, listen. Let me tell you why.
You're on crack. All right? Crack.
No, Chris. Let me tell you why. Jimmy G numbers look great because you know why they look great? Because we have our rushing game. When our rushing game play well, guess what? Jimmy G.
No. Don't miss me with that. All right, because I was a 49er fan then. We had Garrison and Hurst. All right, we don't got no running back. The 49ers don't got no running back that's sniffing the jock strap of Garrison Hurst. Okay?
Okay, but listen.
These young kids is good. They not Garrison Hurst. Devo is good. He ain't T.O. Devo, Ayuk is good. He ain't aging, declining Jerry Ross. And it definitely ain't no Merton Hanks on that motherfucker, okay?
Again, Jimmy G is not our third best quarterback. Hell no.
Hey, you better miss me with this Jeff Garcia. You want to talk about Colin Kaepernick because his star was so bright, but it was just short. We got that conversation. Jeff Garcia, Mr. Kid hit T.O. running wide open down the field in a NFC divisional game. That Jeff Garcia?
I'll take him over Jimmy G.
Oh, you smoking.
Take him over
smoking.
Jimmy G. Jimmy G missed a wide open Emmanuel Sanders in the Super Bowl. He missed a wide open juice check in plenty of games.
Jeff Garcia was a cancer. Okay, he was an absolute cancer.
He was a winner.
He was the start of the decline. He was the start of the decline. Jeff Garcia was. He never was going to be able to get the job done.
I'll take him over Garoppolo.
We could talk about Alex Smith.
No, come on, stop playing.
You shouldn't even bring up the name Jeff Garcia.
Come on, man. Alex Smith was a very nice guy. That's what I'm gonna say.
He was a very nice guy.
Very nice guy. Respectful, great guy. That's what I'm gonna say. He played not to lose. And I told you that. Alex Smith, I apologize for talking junk.
Yeah, but you know what? Now that I think about it,
if we had Jeff Garcia, exactly.
Now that I think about it, you just about hated every quarterback except for Young, Montana, and Colin Kaepernick. You just about hated them all.
I like Jeff Garcia.
Man, you ain't nobody like no Jeff Garcia.
I did. Say what you want, but listen, Jeff gonna get you something. Kaepernick,
yeah, he gonna get you bounced in the first round.
But
that's what he gonna get you.
And then I'll give Kaepernick. I mean, I'll give Garoppolo a little bit of ease because when he got hurt, I think it messed him up mentally. He hasn't been playing the same, so I'll give that to him. But luckily, we've been having a great defense ever since Garoppolo's been there. I'll say that. So if you want to talk again, quarterbacks, they're going to get the wins and they're going to get the losses. But the shit I be seeing Garoppolo, come on, man.
Yo, you know who had a lot of losses? Jeff Garcia. Had a lot of them.
I will take Jeff Garcia over Garoppolo.
Man, no, you
Any
won't.
day. Yes,
you won't.
Chris, you just started watching the 49ers in the playoffs, man. You ain't see the bullshit I had to deal with for 17 weeks, man.
Listen, I watch football. I know what Jimmy Garoppolo is. I know he's better than Jeff Garcia.
You don't like the 49ers so damn much, man. You know what I mean? But you don't like the 49ers, so you ain't had to see when he missing wide open passes. You ain't had to see him when he missing wide open swing passes. You ain't had to watch when he missing wide open screens that's right there. You ain't see that when he throwing an interception to anybody for no reason. You ain't see that shit. But you know what?
I ain't see that.
The defense has been stout, so it keep us in the game. So when it wins, guess who look like he's doing everything? Our run game has been solid. Mitchell has been doing well. We have even if it ain't Mitchell, we have Mostert. That's who been holding up. Kyle Shanahan been making the playbook so simple for him. Boom, and he's still fucking it up. Get his ass out of here, man.
Let me tell you something. I might not watch San Francisco football like that, but I did watch Jeff Garcia like that because I was a fan then. I remember him not being – matter of fact, I remember when we couldn't beat the Packers because Jeff Garcia couldn't win.
He said he beat the fake great Aaron Rodgers. Our defense and our special teams did that. Thank you. Our running game did that. Thank you.
Yo, they really – oh, my God, yo. They really want to act like – you know what? Never mind. I'm straight.
In the NFC Championship. Yes, our defense did a good job of getting us in the championship. Yes, they did. And thank God Aaron Rodgers said, fuck this team. Aaron Rodgers, too. He helped because he said, I don't want to play no more. So that's what you contribute that to. Glenn, exactly. Now, Chris used to be a 49er fan. He got mad, and I understand with the Trent Baalke and, Jeb York thing, and he left us. He should be back.
They hired a racist in Chip Kelly.
Okay, and he was out of there. And he was out.
No. They don't get no pass for that. They don't get no pass for that.
Chris, well, in that case, you can't watch NFL then because all these goddamn owners is damn racist.
No. They not my team. Okay? Them other organizations was not my team. Period.
Listen, but it still don't matter. Everybody in the NFL. And then also why everybody people was really hitting me up, Glenn. I don't know if you got this. People was really saying thank you for beating Green Bay. So now Aaron Rodgers could come to my Steelers. Now Aaron Rodgers could come to my Broncos. Now Aaron Rodgers could come to my team. What?
He ain't going to the Steelers. I can tell you that right now. Why would he go to the? Why would he go? I don't even think he's going to the AFC. Why you want to go to the AFC and deal with all them young guns? You got to deal with Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Herbert, Burrow. I mean, all of the young guns in the NFL quarterbacks is in the AFC.
Glenn said the same thing. People was like,
why you want to go there for it?
Thank you for being Aaron, because now he can come to my team. Aaron Rodgers said, and reports, because he ain't say it, reports have been he wanted to go to a contender. Last time I checked, those teams is not no damn contender. He's going to come to the Steelers, and we're going to beat his ass twice a year. He ain't going to no damn Steelers.
He ain't going to no Steelers.
Now, I just want to say this real quick, and then I got to go. Aaron Rodgers, if you want to go to a team with a coach that's not all in the playbook, messing up all your receivers, come to Death Row, baby. Come home, Aaron. Come home. You know this where you were supposed to be, man. Come on, man.
I agree.
Yo, just come to listen. And people say, well, how about Trey Lance? Trey Lance is going to have to wait. You think Trey Lance is going to get mad because Aaron Rodgers is coming? Hell no. Aaron Rodgers come. We win a Super Bowl. We get Trey Lance. He becomes a great backup quarterback. Become a great starter. We win with him too. And then guess what Aaron Rodgers could do? Aaron Rodgers going to say, guess what? Yo, Devontae, what's good, baby boy? What you over there doing, man? Let's come to the San Francisco 49ers and let's win this thing, man. Again, I could be wrong, but I'm just saying. I just would want him to come back home. Because with Aaron Rodgers, we're contenders. And guess what? Kyle Shanahan won't do? Tie his hand and say, you can't call this playbook. He going to say, Aaron Rodgers, here go my phone. You want my wife? Her too. Go ahead. Whatever you want. Because I know what's going to happen. Listen, man. Handball. I love Lamar Jackson, but let's give it up, baby. Give it up, man. Give it up. After what we saw yesterday.
And I forgot to mention Lamar. Lamar's in the AFC.
Yeah.
I forgot to even say him.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. Listen, Handball, I love Lamar Jackson, but AB might go to y'all. I would love to see that. Him and his cousin playing together. But that's about it. That's about it, man. Oh, Handball want to see us to lose. Handball wants to lose by 24 points. Well, I ain't never seen light-skinned niggas, man. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, yo. I can't believe Handball. I love him though. Light-skinned niggas been hating on dark-skinned niggas ever since the slave trade. Anyway, on that note, fellas, anything else that y'all want to add to this, man? Great show, fellas. Bruck, I appreciate you, man. I know you're doing father duties. I know you and Randall got into it, but then his power got cut off. Maybe that was God. That was God. Randall said that his power went out again.
Yeah, God still wants us to be friends, so he had to end that.
He said, watch what we do next season. Handball, he was saying that forever, man. Stop, Brady. Stop.
I got a quick note that we can hit before we get out of here.
Please do.
Yo, what's wrong with Steph Curry, yo?
Oh, that's for next show, man. Oh man.
What's up, man?
I think he shot his low once he got that record, man. He was straight.
Yo, Ruck, am I lying?
Nah, I saw it last night. 15 to 20, 1 of 13 from 3.
Glenn is also
5 of 20.
5 of 20, excuse me.
5 of 20, 1 of 13. But yo, aside even that game where he hit the game winner on Friday night, he was he started off the game 1 for 10. You go back before that, they had lost to Indiana. He had 39 points. That was the first time since November that he had shot over 50% in a game.
Mm-hmm.
I asked the question again. What's wrong with Steph Curry, yo?
Aisha,
you are the girl I've never had.
And my mother got your ass. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
He said, Glenn said yearly slump. Hambone is on drugs. He said he need Joe Harris to come back and push him.
Yo, man. Hey, y'all fellas have a good night.
We try to have a serious conversation, and he brings Joe. All right, man.
Yo, Glenn, he really believed that Joe Harris is a better shooter than Steph. He really believed that. Glenn, let that sink in. He said Joe Harris had the better 3-point percentage shooting rate than Steph Curry. Did he say something like that?
No, he just said that as of last year, he was like Joe Harris is a better 3-point shooter. Now I won't walk him off the ledge and say that he said that he was a better shooter overall.
I'm saying that because you know how Hambone get. That's what he meant. He said smoking crack, bro. Yeah, I
mean, granted, he was wrong last year too. He wasn't a better 3-point shooter than him last year either. But I'm just saying that was his point of reference.
Listen. I'm gonna defend my boy Hambone, and then I'm out. He don't smoke crack, but he says it smells good. Listen, thank you for tuning in to another edition of Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. I'm your boy Professional Sutton.
And I'm your boy Chris G.
And it's your boy The Ruck Report. Cheers.
Peace. Get this out of here. Take this out of here too.
Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. I'm your boy Professional Sutton.
And I'm your boy Chris G.
And it's your boy The Ruck Report, aka Jerry.
This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game.
Inch by inch, play by play, till we're finished.
This is Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast.
X about me.
With Professional Sutton.
You already know.
Chris G.
My homie.
And the Rucker Report.
My family, what up?
They for real.
All straight with no chaser.
Let the games begin.
Let's go. Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast.